People, I think it's time for another tier list. So to this day, I'm still getting comments on the tier list video I made a couple months ago. It's been a while. So I'm seeing people say this person should be there, this person should be there. So I'm sitting here like, all right, wait a minute. Now, we did have an update, patch that was, I don't know, a couple months ago as well. And this was pretty much right after, or maybe a couple weeks, or maybe even a month after that tier list video that I had gotten out. So I was like, hold on a minute, wait a minute, let me just think. I'm gonna make another tier list video. This will kind of get everything up to date, since of course, like I said, that video was from months and months and months ago, before the most recent patch that we had, and this is the final patch. So I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and make a final. This is for sure the final tier list video for Dragon Ball FighterZ. But enough of that, I'm gonna stop talking now. Let's go ahead and go to the tier list maker and make the final Dragon Ball FighterZ tier list. Alright guys, so here we are here on the tier list maker, and we're gonna be starting from top tier S, A, A-, and B. There's gonna be no C, no D, or anything like that. So of course, like anybody else who does the tier list, go ahead and work from the top and go to the bottom. And our first one for this top tier list, up here, right up there, is gonna be Android 21 Lab Coat. Now, if one of you people out there want to say she's not top 1, if you want to say she's not really top 5, what are you okay? Like, do you need help? Do you need medical assistance? Because she is still broken. Yeah, sure, they, made some different changes to some of her moves, made her spin, do less damage, all that good stuff. But the spin has ridiculous hitbox range. She has too many great tools on her kit that even though they kind of nerfed a couple of those things, they're still there, they still exist, they're still going to be really good. And of course, her level 1 is still broken. They didn't do anything about it. They thought, you know what, let's hop our way around it. They did make it to where it's, you can't do it in a combo at the end. They made it a lot harder, so it's basically just having to be in reversals situations, which I'm hoping I'm thinking that correctly, because it's been a while. But the fact that level 1 is still there and still can be the whole debuff and buff situation, that's not good. That should have been gone from the get-go. That should have been the first thing they looked at and said, you know what, we made a mistake, let's just make it a regular level 1, or maybe give it some sort of different balance to it. But this is still broken. She is still broken. I hate her with my life. That was a very long rant with that one character. Let's go ahead and move on to the next person, which is going to be, in my opinion, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is next, because he's just still really good. They even buffed the man. I don't understand why they buffed him, but they did. I know that he's still really good. I'm using him currently with my team because I feel like it's just kind of necessary. I've been trying it with Android 18 and Janemba, and my god, it's been very good. I feel very comfortable with the team. His mixes, his staggers, everything is so good about the character. So he's still god tier, and he's definitely not top 1 because obviously 21 Lapco has so many things that are broken about her kit that make her way better than him, but he's still a very viable character. The next person I have to say in this list is going to be Vegito. Vegito is absolutely busted as well. I was going to say not as bad, but he still is as bad because the 5M, yes, has more recovery to it, but it's still super fast. It's still 9 frames. It's still ridiculous. I don't like it. Take it away. It's just too much, man. And his legs, they I think what was it, decrease the damage from EX legs, but it still does a lot of damage. Yeah, he misses a couple TODs, but it's still there. It still does quite a lot of damage regardless of the nerf. It makes no sense. So I'm hoping, oh wait, no, there's no patches. So yeah, no, he's going to be stuck there. So he's just kind of busted just like these other two. That's great. Okay, let's move on. And this is going to be, I wouldn't say controversial, but because of how well he is at point and how, oh my, I wouldn't say busted. He's not busted. Kind of want to go there because he is actually insane up front. Gogeta Blue. This character, I don't know what happened, but this character went from A about seasons ago, right? He was about A, and then he went to S, and we saw him kind of going up, like, all right, here we go, Gogeta Blue, getting some good stuff, and then all of a sudden, he is just too much. The character is too much, especially with these 3 characters. He's actually one of the best characters in the game. Like, he could honestly, like, be here up at number 2 because of how good he is if he has these other characters. Regardless of that, he's still up there with top 5 because the dude is a menace. When you have him at point, there are so many mixes, and the damage that he does is incredible, the Z changes that he can do with everybody else makes him such a big threat. And of course, like I said, damage is insane. Meter gain is broken with this character. My god, I went against a guy who had him, Baby Vegeta, and Janemba, and he got about 3 or 4 bars almost in one combo. It was too much. He killed me. I said, no, what is this? So the character is just so good, so he deserves to be top 5. It's just a tough pick for me. Now, I know someone commented saying that Z Broly should be up there top 3, and I still think Z Broly is really good. I'm going to still put him in top tier because he is. This is going to be a little weird, but I think Janemba is honestly up there. I'm not even kidding. The dude is beefed out this season. He is insane. This is the most busted I've seen Janemba. And I've been maining him since Season 2, ever since he came out. And I am in shock of how good he is. Like, whenever I'm playing as him, I just feel the power. The grab is a war crime. Yes, I agree with that. It is a war crime. But I love it. You know, it's just so fast. The grab is so good. The orb combos, the extensions he has with the orb combos, the amount of damage this guy does by himself in Limit Break. Holy Jesus, it is insane. I could take about 75 or 80% of your bar with a 2M. Like, bruh, not even a 2M. I think I can get you with like a 5L. If I hit you with a 2L or a 5L, I can take like 70 or 80% of your health away from you. So next up, I have to say, would be Z Broly. I think he falls there. 21 Majin, I wanted to put before or after Janemba because she is still really good. But that level 3 Oki that they just wiped from her made her so much less of a threat because, yes, she still has her kit is fine. I don't think it took anything away from her, like nerfed any of her moves because she was still fine. But they completely wiped away the level 3 Oki that made her what she was. So now I think that, you know, since that's gone, she's not as good. And people can agree with that. So I kind of am going for this, to be honest. This probably. Even though you don't even see Z Broly, you don't see this character. It's crazy. Hook and God, I think, is the only person in any tournament format we've seen so far in these events who uses Z Broly, and that's kind of nuts. For that purpose, I kind of want to do this because of character usage, but that would be kind of stupid for a tier list. We're looking at how good he is, or how good they are. So Z Broly is outrageous. He's still crazy. The armor he has, grab, still ridiculous. Damage, everything like that. They even have, I think he has a loop now, and I think he has something else as level 3. I could be wrong, but the dude's packed with peanuts now. I mean, he always has been, but he has a little bit more to him. Okay, so pretty much that's going to be the top tier. That is ordered. Just so you guys know, I mean, obviously I was kind of going through it and explaining it like it is ordered, but that is ordered. Top tier is ordered. Everything else pretty much won't be ordered. It'll pretty much be what I feel. I'm just going to kind of throw it on there and just be like, hey, these characters are good. There's nothing that's going to be ordered from S to B. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start with S, and that's going to be, there's so many characters that are S tier, to be honest, and let's just go ahead and do Cell. I think Cell is still S tier, still really good. I think, didn't they add something with it, or they made a slight little buff to him? He's still great. He's still really good. Next up, ooh, you know what? I kind of want to put 18 up here because she's actually, yeah, we're going to do that. We're doing that. 18, Android 18 is so good. Oh my god, she is so good, man. I'm telling you right now. I was playing with Android 18, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and Janemba, like I said in the beginning, and it was incredible. Like, bro, she's crazy. So those would be the last people for the top tier. Back to this one. For S is going to be Cell, of course. We're going to go with Base Goku. Base Goku is just fine. I don't think they added anything toward this character, but he's still one of the best anchors in the game, and he can handle his own. And he's just great. He's just a really good character. Piccolo, people are putting Piccolo in A. Why is that? I don't think they nerfed anything with the character, or maybe they did. I could be wrong. I know he could Dragon Rush into himself, as in, like, he can do his J5M, or J5H, sorry, and then go into his Dragon Rush by himself without any assist, which is kind of cool. But I still think he's S in my opinion. I don't think he's below that. I think he's just fine. I know his neutral is destroyed because of the whole how this meta is and how this game is right now, which kind of does push him down a little bit in the pecking order. If you don't regard that, then he is still really good. Next up, we'll go with, oh, Gohan's gonna have to be ordered, isn't he? He's gonna have to probably be like level 7, stuff like that. So I would say level 5 and maybe level 3 here, and then level 2 and under, whatever, here. Keep that in mind. I mean, I could type it here, but just keep that in mind, or I'll just put it on the screen as we go on. But that's going to be where Gohan is. I'll just keep him right here in the middle. And then next up, I have to say Tien. Tien is very good right now. I was trying him out a little bit, and I mean, I suck with Tien, so I couldn't really get the most out of him. But in my opinion, I think Tien is just fantastic. He is so good. Again, I think he is the best anchor in the game because of how much damage he can do with 1-2M. The dude can kill you so quickly. You do not want to get hit by that stuff. You will die. The next up is going to be Goku Blue. So good. They made some buffs with the character, and now I could say he's a little better. He is a little better with the improvements they gave to him. And I can't really remember what they were, but I know they were noticeable. And I think if you did something with a forward jab, you can hold back and like stop yourself from moving forward, something like that. I could be wrong, but I think I have the right idea. But you know, he's definitely really good. And then Teen Gohan's still really good. They didn't really do much with him. I think they kept him the same basically, and there's really nothing much that changed about the character. I mean, his auto combo was dumb, but they're not going to change that. It's just one thing that's annoying about the character. Everything else, he's super cool. I love his combos. They're really slick. Legendary Pred's like one of the best Teen Gohans in the game. And anytime I watch him, I'm just like, this dude looks sick. I like his combos. Next up, Gotenks. They did get rid of his Ghost Oki. There's different ways to do it, which makes it a little annoying because you can't get it as easy as it was, which is kind of stupid because, I mean, hey, that's one of his cool things about his kit. And they're like, yoink, let's get it out of there. Which I don't know why they do that. It's a good Oki, they get rid of it. She has a good Oki, got rid of it. She has like the same Oki as her, but they got rid of hers. I digress. Hits. This guy, if you know how to use him, say like Raptor, OBS Assassin, you know what I'm saying? The list goes on. I'd say top tier. But if you're an average or a person of interest who uses hit on a regular basis, you are here. You are really good, and I appreciate you. Hit players are mind-blowing. They really are. They truly are. Jiren? S. I don't think they did much to him in this patch. I don't think they did, or maybe they did. I can't remember. There was a pretty big list of what they did to Jiren, if I remember correctly, and they actually made some recovery less, I think, for some of his things, which is pretty good. He's really good, and I'm glad because I remember when he first came out, this dude was all the way down here. He had nothing going for him. Now he's up here. He's shining. I like it. Next up, I'm going to have to say Kid Buu. Kid Buu obviously is going to stay there on an S. I don't think he's, I wouldn't say top tier anymore. Or maybe I will. I mean, he's still really good, but, I mean, I just don't see him as often. And I know he has different combo routes. I know his Kamehameha he can super dash into it now. So he does have new combo routes that lead a little more damage, which is really good. So obviously I could put him up here because that kind of gave him a big boost because his damage is something that he's always had a problem with. So having that extra combo route that he has from the Kamehameha made it a little bit better, had some more damage, and he's still a threat. They didn't do anything with him, they didn't nerf anything, they added some things to him, which made him a little better. So you know what? We'll keep him there. We'll keep him up there because I feel like Kid Buu's still up there. He just doesn't shine as often because you have these fusions in 21 Lab Coat, you know, parading the game. So let's go ahead and move on to the next character, which is going to be Majin Buu. Majin Buu, I think, is fantastic. They made some nice buffs to him in this latest patch, and I'm seeing a lot more Majin Buus, and I just can't defend this dude for my life. So if you're a Majin Buu character, you will probably beat me round 1, frame 1, and I won't be able to do anything. And his mixes are so cool. I love the resets he has. It's kind of like Nappa, but not really, because Nappa's resets are nasty. Like, I got hit by so many Nappa resets, made me want to cry. I was just in shambles. I want to see more Majin Buu players. Shout out to TheDoctorBlu. My man's is so good with Majin Buu. And he's been learning these loops and everything. I think he's even made a video. I'll put it in the link in the description if you guys want to check that out. Let's go ahead and move on to another character, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. This guy is also really good. Like, they made more damage for the A assist, and I think just the Big Bang attack in general. So that's pretty good. I mean, I could be wrong about the in general part, but I think for sure the A assist does have more damage, which is pretty cool. And next up, the next one's going to be next up's going to be Beerus. Man, Beerus, man, he's so good. His damage output is pretty darn impressive. His combos I've seen on Twitter make me just go like, how do you have the time to think about this? Like, you're just juggling people with all these orbs. You can go into your DP, or like you go into that orb where it shoots out 6 orbs around you. You just kick everything at them in this one combo. But no, Beerus players are so good, man. Like Zane's Beerus. Oh, speaking of Zane, we got Zamasu. Bro, I don't know what they were thinking. I thought some people thought they're going to nerf his flight because of how long it is. It's like, I think 8 seconds in the air. I could be wrong. I think it is 8 seconds in the air, which is incredible. He's so good. His mix is so good. Having that flight be so long and able to just dash in and get a free 50-50 or anything like that is crazy. I'm getting dominated by Zamusu's out there. Sounds kind of weird, I understand, but he is just killing me out there, and the damage output, if he hits you with a 2M, you're gonna die. Like, I was getting milked. And that also sounds weird too. But next up is gonna be Krillin. Krillin's gonna be up there in S. I think he's still super solid. Added the Kamehameha and the Super Dash. That's something that's good for him as well. How fast it is to begin with, that's good. I thought they're gonna do something with the rocks because of how stupid they are and how the hit stun is, but nope. We're here, still dying with those rocks. And then next up is going to be, UI Goku, but barely. I don't know. I kind of want to put him in A because you just don't see the guy. And of course, I'm not going to base it off that. He's just not as much of a threat as he once was, which is good because I hated this character. This character was such an abomination. But this is a thing I just don't get because they gave UI Goku the treatment like Kid Goku GT got, and then they gave Labco 21 nothing. They gave her the special treatment, which is like, oh yeah, we'll tinker with some of her kit, but we're still going to leave this broken mechanic in there. So have fun. But they made him not necessarily horrible, but they put him into a balanced place, right? They made him good. Like, we can handle him. All right, cool. That's fine by me. And then they made Kid Goku GT an absolute dumpster fire. He's useless now. But she, after the one patch of her being out, is still broken. I don't get it. It's okay. It's alright, Arc System. I got you. I got you. You hate us. So then we move on. And we're going to go with Base Vegeta. Base Vegeta, it's crazy. Hoken God dropped him, I believe, and said it's a lot harder to use him now because of the meta. Obviously, he's been using him throughout this meta for a long time. But I think he officially dropped him and said, you know what, I gotta play the Fusion Boys. If I want to compete and actually try to win a tournament, I have to use the Fusion Boys. Which sucks because Goichi, Fenrich, they all dropped their favorite characters to play these 4 idiots in this game, and it's making the game dead. In my opinion, when I saw them practicing, just doing a little exhibition match against each other, Fenrich and Goichi, and seeing them use Gogeta Blue, Vegeta Blue, and 21 Labco, I thought, why am I watching this? And it sucks, because I want to see, you know, what the Z Broly, TN, UI Goku team, or something like that. You know, mix it up a little bit. So it sucks to see this meta completely deprive anybody of any cool, you know, team usage, because in tournament play you have to use these top tiers or else you're just not gonna win. But anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm just complaining too much. I apologize. The next up's gonna be 17 for sure. 17 is still really good. I'm glad they didn't nerf anything with the A assist. They didn't do any shadow nerfs on him, from what I recall. I don't think they did anything wrong. I believe they gave him a small buff, but he's still really good. Now, I appreciate that, because I didn't want them nerfing the A assist. I thought it was fine. But at the same time, I kind of thought maybe they should have made it to where if they hit 17, that it activates the barrier for the assist. But no, they decided not to do that. They just kept it the same, which I guess is fine. All right, next up, we're getting closer to just A's, A and minus and B. I think I'm going to put maybe one more person up here in the S, and I think it's going to be Super Baby. Only because the most recent thing they added, I think, is actually pretty good, because a lot of people obviously want to block low, right? So if you use a Ki Blast with Baby, and they're blocking low, that second Ki Blast is going to go past them, and then you can just go create more mixes. That just makes his mix a little bit better, and still, he's great. They didn't do anything crazy. I wish his 2L was faster, because my god, that thing is so slow. Actually, wait a minute. I'm going to be honest. I think I'm going to put 16 S. I could be just sitting here being stupid, but from what I've seen and people saying how good 16 is again, I gotta say, I think 16 might be S. Maybe like top A, right? The buffs that he got in this patch made him really good. He's got a re-jump like Gogeta Blue in neutral. He's looking really good. So I'm gonna just kind of say he's in between A and S. So like maybe A plus if we want to go that far. Now we are moving to A, and that's gonna be Bardock. Bardock's gonna be there. Nothing really changed with him. They gave him a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta auto combo now, which, you know, he's had this auto combo before where he just mash it and he does that, you know, uppercut, but now it acts like Super Saiyan 4 Gogetas, so that's great. That's great to make. That's cool. Yeah. And then we go to S Broly. Didn't really change much, unfortunately. He did get some frame data changes, but nothing that's going to help him tremendously. They made it to where his level 3 gives him a 15% damage increase. Could be wrong. I think it is 15%, which is pretty big. That's actually really good. And I've faced that, and it hurts. It definitely hurts. Nothing too crazy, which is unfortunate because he definitely needs a lot more frame changes to his kit to make him better. But I think if they did too much, he might be broken. So I can kind of see why they're not so indulged in making it to where so many moves are so fast, because then he actually might be broken. Captain Ginyu, I'll just put an A. I mean, he could be up here as well. You know, he's an A and S kind of character, from my opinion. You never know what you're going to get with this guy. It's a box of chocolates. And I've seen Axe Ice use him more. And I think someone else is using him. Dude's cracked. If you know how to use this character right. Goku Black, I'll put there. Yeah, Goku Black's got a couple things. Nothing crazy. He got, you know, like everybody else, got a beam into Super Dash, so it's not too special. Helps a little bit with combos. It's a little more damage, couple with the different combos he has. Nothing crazy. Still feel like he's definitely better than Super Saiyan Goku, which is, I don't know about that one, Chief. You know what? We're going to put him together. We'll put them together, because Super Saiyan Goku's actually got some cool combos now. I've seen too many, and I've tried many, and I'm just like, I can't do it. But he's got some sauce now. He's got some more sauce, and he's got a little more damage, I feel like, too. So they're both there together. We'll put them together, holding hands. Next up, Master Roshi's going to be there. They really didn't do much with him either. I know they changed a couple things. They didn't change his DP back or anything like that, which is unfortunate. That's one thing that he needs to have come back, because that was, especially during the MUI Goku meta, he was the one that, like, kind of stopped UI Goku. And then as soon as they kind of balanced him, they killed him. So unfortunately, he's here. You know, I'm not going to put him down here because he's not that bad. He's actually pretty useful in some ways. Videl, definitely there. I know they fixed a couple things with her frame-wise, I believe. Nothing crazy. I still think she's about A. I think some people put her S, which is, you know, it could be a thing. I'd put her probably like top A if I wanted to, around here. Yamcha, he deserves an upgrade. I think some of the things that he got combo route wise, he does a lot of damage now. He's got a cool mixes I've seen. A great, if you do an air dash over someone, go into his spin, you actually go on the other side. It's a really, really good mix. He got enough to put him up at least one, because he would be down here. But since he got a couple of different changes with his combo routes and such, and more damage, he's up here. Next up, Nappa. Honestly, you know what? Maybe Nappa should be up here. Nappa is just like Android 16. I want to say 18. I don't know why. Android 16, just kind of like him, where he kind of floats in between A and S. He is just really good. Obviously, if you have the right team and you know how to use this character, he becomes very, very viable. But I'm going to put him here. I'm going to say, like I said with the other two characters, probably a mix. He's just very, very good. Next up, Kefla's going to be there. Again, it's not ordered. Just because Kefla's down here doesn't mean that Yamcha is better than her. It's not ordered. It's just how I just look at him and say, all right, you're the next one. Kefla, still really good. I noticed she actually has a different, she kind of has like a cooler thing. Where cooler, obviously, if you hit them down after an auto combo, a full auto combo, or if you just hit them up with a Dragon Rush, or you hit him up with a 2H and you knock him straight down, you can do his fissure move when you catch him on the ground and continue a combo. With her, you can actually do the same thing with her, was it quarter circle back medium? And you can actually catch them, go into an assist, and extend, which I didn't know about. And I'm like, well, this is cool. So that's cool. She actually has that. They didn't really do anything much else with her, so she's still just solid. And then, of course, you go back, Goku GT. You know what? We got to throw some people down A-. We're going to put these guys in A-. I'm being too generous. I'm being too generous. Okay, I made up my mind. So Master Roshi will be down in A-. I just feel like these two are definitely, they are better than Master Roshi, in my opinion. Goku GT, he's just dead, man. He's just not there anymore in this game. His A assist is so bad still, and his B assist is the best thing, and his B assist is good. Like, don't get me wrong, I really do like his B assist. But they didn't do anything with the character to make him crazy. Like now, of course, like everybody else, Kamehameha into Super Dash, which has unlocked some cool combos with him. But that's about it. Nothing, no frame changes from what I've seen. He's just not there anymore, bro. The dude's dead. And then next up's going to be Cooler. I think Cooler just doesn't have enough. Even with the change that he got, some of the frame changes he got, especially like I noted with Kefla and him, how they have like a little combo they can continue with. I forgot what it's called, where you can bounce them off the ground and continue a combo. They do have that, And obviously Kefla is just better than Cooler, 100%. But Cooler has that added thing, a little bit changed frame data. Just not enough. Not enough to warrant a bigger move forward. He's there. And then obviously I'm going to have to put Super Saiyan Vegeta there. I mean, I know we're kind of skipping to B right now, but he's right there. Dead character, has nothing going for him. Got a couple frame changes. Nothing crazy. Like, literally nothing crazy. They changed a couple of things with, I think it was his DP, could be wrong, or his kick. I think it was his kick. That's literally it. Like, cool. They didn't do anything with him. Trunks, they added a couple of things. You know, he can do loops now without burning bar, which is really cool. So I guess that's a plus, so he's not down here. Frieza, I don't think they did much with Frieza, but I'm going to put him at A-. I will put him there. He could be here, but I feel like he's alright. He's struggling out there, don't get me wrong, but it's either between B or A-. And I don't think he's nearly as bad as Super Saiyan Vegeta at this point. He does have more to him than Super Saiyan Vegeta, so I'm going to have to put him here. But other than that, Vegeta Super Saiyan is probably the most dead character in this game. He has nothing going for him, and there's no patches that can save this man anymore because, well, they're all gone. They're done. So I think this is definitely my list. Like I said, S through B, not ordered, guys. It is not ordered. Don't take any offense if you see, like I said, Kefla down here, and all of a sudden Videl's up here. What? Oh, what do you mean? Huh. And, you know, if you see your favorite Zamasu here, and then, of course, Gohan or Tien there. Oh, what do you mean? There's no order for these guys. But for these up here, I did want to change one thing up here. I did want to put 18 in front of 21 Majin because, well, I mean, to my opinion now, I think she's better than Majin 21. But still, I think Majin 21 is still top tier. Kid Buu, still think he's top tier, but just barely, and these guys are just the ones that are the most played, I want to say, at the moment. Not really. I shouldn't say that because Deep Roll you don't really see often. Kid Buu you don't really see as often, but these guys, the top 5, those are the most played. You see these guys everywhere you go. When you sleep, you see them. When you wake up, you see them. If you have sitting there reading a book, it's going to be Gogeta just writings all over the board. So this is going to be my tier list. I know this is a lot different video. Usually I cut this up a lot differently. I don't speak as much. I kind of get to the chase, but I did a little bit of a rant here and there. I talked a little more, but I just wanted to get into more detail and get really my thoughts on everything right now, especially since this is the last, you know, tier list video. I wanted to make sure that you guys understood exactly why I chose these characters, where I chose them, and of course, you know, just kind of get out of a rant and get my last few thoughts of the game right now, because the game's just, it's going down, but rollback is going to push it up. And that's good, because I really am looking forward to rollback, and hopefully you guys are too, because that's going to make my online experience so much better. Maybe Fighters 2 could be a thing. I do plan on making some videos revolving around Fighters 2, so keep an eye on that. It's going to be a while before they come out, but it's going to be a thing, so hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys want to see more stuff like this, well, you're not, because you're not going to get more tier list, because this game has no more patches. But if you want to see more Fighters content, well, then that's where your boy's going to be giving you all the good stuff. So hopefully you guys want to see that. Subscribe if you want to see that. And, of course, like the video if you guys like this video. And other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.